What's up everybody, Jesse here, or Game Over Jesse as you all may know me, and today we have some exciting news about Pokemon coming to the Nintendo Switch. And apparently, the CEO of the Pokemon company thought the Switch was actually going to fail. But it's not all bad news because he actually goes on to give some details at what to expect for Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch. So, let's get started. Joe Screbbles, a made-up name, says the Pokemon Company's CEO Ishihara has said he originally told Nintendo that the Switch wouldn't be a success, but now realizes his mistake, and has offered some tiny hints as to how the Pokemon game for Switch will take advantage of the hybrid console. Speaking to Bloomberg, Ishihara explained, "I told Nintendo that Switch wouldn't be a success before it went on sale because I thought that in the age of the smartphone, no one would carry around a game console. It's obvious I was wrong." However, he seems to put that success down to good games rather than hardware. "I came to realize that the key to a successful game is quite simple. Software and absolute quality leads sales of hardware. Playing style can be flexible if the software is attractive enough." Ishihara announced a core Pokemon RPG for Switch at E3 this year, which will undoubtedly be one of the system's biggest games upon release. Perhaps hinting to his own game, he continued, "Currently, the Switch is popular among the early adopters, and there needs to be one more step to attract a wider audience. I see more potential in Switch, but one shouldn't overestimate its potential." In a separate Bloomberg interview, Ishihara offered a few small hints on the thinking around making a mainline Pokemon game for the new console. "With the Switch, we see it as a chance to create Pokemon that goes deeper and with a higher level of expression. As a result, that makes it an extremely important platform. Right now we're using 7 to 8 inch screens, but on high definition TVs you can express a whole different world with graphics and sound." He also revealed that the company is applying a wider thinking about multiplayer. "Until now, games were made as one for one person, but now you can go home and play with everyone. So how do we tackle these themes, and how do we make sure it's not complicated?" It's not entirely clear whether that thinking centers around the Switch console's innate social aspects, split Joy-Con play, or more familiar online play. As for whether a new Pokemon game would come with extra peripherals, previous games have introduced the Pokewalker and game-linked Z-Ring toys, he said. "I can't say that we'll release accessories, but I'd like to think of that as a possibility." So basically the CEO came out for an interview. He said that at first he didn't think the Switch was going to be successful because everyone already has mobile phones who's going to want to clunk around their 3DS, their Vita, their Switch while they also have their smartphone. But it seems everyone loves the Nintendo Switch. So I don't really see why he was thinking that, especially because as the Pokemon company, they traditionally launch on handheld devices, handheld games. They're even making smartphone games now. So why wouldn't he think that the Switch was going to be successful, especially as every main console that they've worked on for their main Pokemon franchise has been for the handheld consoles. And it seems like there's more and more fans every single year. The Pokemon games has their highs and their lows, but overall it sells amazingly well. It's always one of whatever system it comes on, it's always in like the top 5 of the best selling games. So I don't know why he was so down on the Switch. Maybe he just didn't think it would be powerful enough to work as a home console, and then it would be too big or too clunky to actually take around as a handheld. Maybe they were too focused on the 3DS, maybe they wanted to continue with the dual screen aspect. I'm not really sure, but what are your guys' thoughts on this, and what do you all expect for Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch? He mentioned that there might be more of a focus on multiplayer. A lot of people have been wanting a Pokemon MMO style game. Whether we get that or not, it would still be interesting if maybe it's not an MMO in the way of World of Warcraft, where there's tons of different people running around, but maybe it'll be more like certain games like Destiny, to where it isn't dozens and dozens of people running around, it's just maybe 5, 6, 10 to 15 people all running around the same world. Like each world is essentially its own smaller server, and depending on which one you get put in, you can get put in with your friends, you can get put in with people randomly playing online, and you can see them running around in that same world with you. Think of it as the way Pokemon Sun and Moon play right now, except instead of running around interacting with the PCs alone, or the NPCs alone, you can run around and interact with everyone else that's also playing. Again, it wouldn't be this massive community of like hundreds of people or 100 people running around that same world that you're in, but maybe 10, 20 would be really interesting. And then not only would you be able to run into random NPCs or trainers and battle them, but you could also battle against the people that you run across. I know there would probably be a lot of people running around with like really high level Pokemon, like pretty much preying on people that are just now starting. But maybe it could do something to where like it looks at what your higher level Pokemon are and then puts you in a world with people that has similar stats, or maybe it's based on what gym badges you have and stuff like that. If you have 4, then you'll be put into a world with other people who only have 4, or something like that would make it interesting. Of course, there's always in Pokemon games you can just escape battles or flee or whatever, so even if someone does prey on you, I'm sure you would have the option to decline their battle. But that's just my thoughts on all of this. Tell me what you guys want and what you think of this news. Let me know if you like videos like this where it's just me talking to the camera. I don't know how I'm going to edit this video yet, but I might put something up in the top corner to where it shows some Pokemon gameplay while I talk. But I took down my green screen, so there's just a white wall behind me. Otherwise it would be me talking in front of the gameplay. I don't really like that. It works for some people, but for my videos I find it's not really necessary. I tend to not be in my videos anyway. But yeah, again, just let me know what you guys think about all this, and thanks for watching. If you enjoy the videos on my channel, please consider subscribing, checking out my second channel focusing on movies and TV shows, and my Patreon, where you can join in as a guest in upcoming videos, watch new videos first, you can have me join in and collaborate on videos for your own channel, have custom artwork or custom avatars made of yourself or for your channel, and much more.